All right, so folks, we're here at Blade Show 2025 in Atlanta, and we are super excited. Come and get laid at our booth. We've got some really cool stuff going on, but we're gonna head in here because the crowd is absolutely insane. Like, people lined up all over the place, and I'll take this opportunity to tell you guys, if you haven't had a chance to make it to Blade Show in Atlanta, and you love knives, you love the community, it's something that you definitely want to take the time to do and experience because it's really super special. And last night we were actually hanging out at the cookout that Enrique Pena had. Got to do some talking with Ben Belkin from Jack Wolf Knives, and we're really excited because he's got a new line coming out today that he's releasing to the public, and we want to show you guys. So we're super excited about that, and let us know in the comments what you think about these, because I think you guys are going to love them. So let's go check those out. We're here at the Jack Wolf booth, and they've got some really cool stuff, and I'm just going to make myself at home here because that's what this approach is all about. So Ben, what is going on, man?
DC, always a pleasure.
So I got to say, I've already told everybody that we were hanging out last night with Enrique at his cookout, and you showed me something, and it blew me away. You were like, I don't know if you guys would be interested in this, and immediately when you showed it to me, I was like, absolutely we will. So what have we got right here?
So what we have here is the introduction to the Jack Wolf Knives Gateway Series. The Gateway Series is where folks can get into the brand. We're starting the Gateway Series with the Gateway Barlow. What makes the Gateway Series unique is the price of $69.99.
That's insane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the walk and talk you've come to love from Jack Wolf Knives, same fit and finish. You'll notice that this has pin construction versus screws, so we're leaning a little more into the traditional. No stop pin here, kick on spring. We have it in 5 flavors. We have green canvas micarta, we have abalone, we have rosewood,
Let's roll the top.
then we have carbon fiber because we have to throw a little modern in.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
traditional Jack Wolf Knives.
That is beautiful.
And then last but certainly not least, blue is smooth bone.
So if you're going to do a traditional, you got to do smooth bone.
Gotta have smooth bone. You gotta have some wood. You know, you gotta have some micarta. So we really thought to ourselves, what's the one knife you would start a new product line with? And it's the Barlow.
Yeah.
It's the classic Barlow.
The Barlow has made a comeback and been insanely popular over the last couple of years. Now, the price point, you said 14C 28N.
Integral bolsters, satin stainless steel with a shield, 14C, $70.
That is fantastic. Half stops, and like you said, the same walk and talk, the same fit and finish and feel that you know and love from Jack Wolf, but at a price point that is going to, I think, invite a lot more consumers into the brand that maybe were apprehensive before
Right.
of diving right in.
Exactly. You know, some guys are slip joint curious, and this is a way to try the form factor
I like that
without a
terminology.
large commitment.
There we go. That is now. When can we expect to see these hitting store shelves?
So we've got them in bulk at our offices for QC. When we get home, we'll have them distributed out to the dealers in short order. Don't have an exact date yet, but within a month or two at the latest.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
Now, moving on down the line, we've also got some collaborations here.
That's right.
That we want to talk about.
That's right.
So what have we got going on here?
This here is our June release. This knife is called Tango because it takes 2 to tango. This is a collaboration with Cerberus Knives and Jack Wolf Knives. Cerberus is owned and operated by Chris Ortiz out of Orange County, California. This is the start of a series called JW Collab, Collaboration for the Culture. The goal here is to bring designs into Jack Wolf Knives that's outside our typical aesthetic. It's the same fit and finish, the same materials you come to expect from us, but we're offering designs that are going to be unique to the brand. So this is the first time we have a thumb stud. This is the first time we have a compound grind. This doesn't look like something that would come out of my wheelhouse, but that's what makes this fun, is
Right.
able to kind of expand our offerings, pick up a new audience, And for me, it's a chance to work with the younger guys who are inherently cooler than I am. You know, the older I get, the less cool I get. That's just how it works.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
That is.
So Smoky Mountain received their shipment of these. These are dropping at dealers Friday, June 13th.
Nice. That is awesome. We are super excited about that. Now, I also want to talk about this one because this one right here has me very intrigued. I love this one. So this is another JWK collab.
This is a JWK collab. This one is available exclusive on our website. This is called the Prickly Pear. This is a collaboration between myself and a gentleman named Taylor Cortez, who's also out of Phoenix. Prickly Pear is the name of a cactus in the Phoenix region. And so this is a U.S.-made fixed blade knife, S45VN, made by a maker out of the San Diego area called Misfits Machining. So, yep, I like putting together these projects. I like working with people I enjoy working with, which is why I like working with TC and Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And, yeah, this is fun. We're having fun, man.
Absolutely. And I got to say, this is a really cool box right here.
It's pretty
cool.
cool.
So that box gives me like the old school VHS vibes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what you were going
That's
for?
what we're going for. It takes you back to a
Oh,
time when
yeah.
you had to be kind and please rewind.
Like that.
Yeah.
Ben, you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much,
you,
man.
brother.
And we are super stoked and super excited. So, folks, there's no way we could show you Blade Show without showing you our booth right here. And you can see everybody's decked out in our nice tropical gear. We've got all of our exclusives here, including the PB&Js, the Microtech, our new Queen USA knife. I mean, we've got it all right here at our booth. And we've got some really cool stuff going on right over here, right around the corner. You'll see Greg manning our luau, Stay, Play, Get Laid from SMKW right here. Really, really cool, really fun event that we've got going on. You can win prizes, and we're just having a blast here. So if you're going to be in town, if you're going to get a chance, come by, stop by our booth. We've always got fun stuff going on. Now, we've got several booths that are up and running. Here you'll see our Queen USA made knives, our Spyderco knives, our CRKT knives. We got all kinds of stuff going on. And our crew here has done a phenomenal job. And now we're going by the case booth, of course, being manned by our folks as well. And we've got our exclusives there, the embellished versions of the PB&J and the Baby Doc from PB&J and the Sea Dragon line. We've got just a handful of those left, so not very many. Those have been going insanely well. And we're going to move along. I've got a few more people that I think we need to talk to today here at the first day of Blade Show. So let's go check them out and see what we got going on. All right, so folks, we're on our way to Rivery. Whoa. We got to stop real quick and talk to the guys at Voyage right here. You guys have got some cool stuff. I'm just going to come into your booth right now because I just make myself at home wherever I go. Good to see you guys.
See you, bro.
Absolutely.
Why did he get the hug first?
What, he was just set up in the right direction
Okay.
as I was walking in from that.
I got a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
So, folks, we're here at Voyage Blade Works booth. You guys are our first stop.
Okay.
And
It's an honor.
Well, I mean, you get to put up with me first for the day. So we want to talk about, you guys have got some really cool new stuff. Let's start with this one right here.
Okay.
And
I'll
run
let
down-
Luke show it and I'll talk about it.
There
That
we
work?
go. I think that's perfect.
So this is the Avius prototype. Right here is the clip point variant, and then he'll show the drop point here in a second. These are OEM by Kubi, ETA, August, September, somewhere in there. So 14C, micarta show side with a black PVD coated titanium frame lock, and the frame is micro milled. We've got a deep carry milled pocket clip, and like I say, everything is PVD coated as far as the hardware, titanium hardware as well. All the jimping, very minimal branding, and that was just kind of funky. It's growing on me. It really is growing on me. I am a drop point fanboy at heart, but the new clip point, it is definitely growing on me.
I'm right there with you. I love a good clip point,
Oh, yeah.
especially exaggerated like that.
Yes.
And the way you guys have
Yes.
made that one, I think it's
Yep.
sexy as all get out.
So you can either use the fuller or the flipper tab, and then with the drop point, it is studs only. Same
Or
exact setup.
Fuller.
Yes, or fuller. Yep. So
I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Now for the first time.
Yeah.
And dude, I cannot express enough how smooth this thing is.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, it's rocking the black leaf pivot oil.
Yeah.
You've got to, and it smells like sweet tobacco.
Now, usually Isaac is the knife sniffer, but I got to tell you, that is absolutely amazing. So
Yep.
you guys have got the new black leaf pivot oil.
Yep.
Now,
Small batch.
some other stuff that you guys have got going on. You've got some big eye collabs
Yes.
right here. Let's talk about
Yep.
those.
So we've got the dual side click. That's rocking a NRA blue Cerakote and our V logo on the clip. So if you're righty or lefty, you can use it either way as far as retracting the
It goes
pin
both
back.
ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways, you know. And then we've also got the TPT slide. So it's rocking that same blue Cerakote. And then they decided to do a two-tone. So the titanium back is still there, but they Cerakoted the clip for us. So we are super stoked with those two. And we may or may not have some more stuff with Big Eye coming out soon. We'll see.
Nice.
Yep. So super excited about those. And then we have the showstopper, the Outland.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, that one's been insanely popular because
Oh, yeah.
we're talking about a USA-made fixed blade for under $100.
Yes, yes. So D2 steel, aluminum scales, which are removable. So if you want to do a paracord wrap or something to that extent, you can do that. Hidden lanyard hole, and it comes with a Kydex sheath. And the new matte black variant actually comes with a County Com pop pin. So
Nice.
County Com's our OEM. And with the black, we got a black pop pin included. Luke just threw some ketchup on his hand. So we'll do that. We'll let him do that.
Yeah, I don't know how.
So this is the newest variant. Again, matte black scales. And then we also have the classic blue here at the show.
Oh, yeah.
And those are very, very, very limited quantities. I had to save and tell people, no, I can't sell you a blue Outland. I have to have something for the show. I can't do it. So I think we have like 8. Yeah. So we've got more of the black than we do the blue, but very limited quantities on both of those. And we are super stoked. And the
Heck
blue
yeah.
ones actually come with a titanium bead.
Well, I know we got some of the initial blue ones at Texas, and those sold out for us
Oh, yeah.
almost immediately. And you guys had another retailer that got some of those.
Yep.
They sold out day one.
Yep.
I mean,
Within an hour. We
Yeah.
didn't even
Yeah.
get a chance because we like to do a promotional video. If you buy from us, we want to boost your sales if we can, hopefully. And he texted us, like, hey, man, I listed them.
they're gone.
They're gone. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Hey, that's a good problem to have.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm not mad. Like,
Well, guys, we are super excited. Thank you guys so much. Absolutely love you guys for all that you do for the community, and we appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
And hey, I got to tell you, through all the adversity that you guys go through, you keep on coming back and keep on just knocking it out of the park. And
Life's
what
a voyage. Life's a
Life's-
voyage, man.
Voyage at
Voyage
Voyage
blade
Works.
works.
All right, so we found the guys at Rivery right over here. We're going to go up and talk to them and see what they've got new. What is happening, Ryan? Michael, what is going on? Quentin, good to see you, brother. And you guys, so we came to your shop. We've had the Zero for a while now. It's been wildly popular. And you guys just launched something on Kickstarter today that is making some waves. And you kind of hinted to us about it when we were at your shop filming. But we want to talk about the Zero G here. So tell us about this design here, and I'll get right in here in the middle, and you guys can talk about it. So what have we got going on here, Michael?
This is a newer, longer version of the Zero. We got a lot of feedback saying, man, I love the Zero, but it's too short. So we made a longer, more robust version. It's got more grip. We pull, heavier cuts with it. Still has the same design, the same toolless blade changes. These just pop out. What we did do that a lot of people asked for is we made a pocket clip. So this is a regular pivot clip. This is spring-loaded, but what's cool about it is it can hide away and go completely flush. You can one-handed put it back in your pocket, just lever it out, it's out. And you can reuse it like that. When you're done with it, pop it back in, there it is.
That is insane and so satisfying. And here's the thing. In holding and in playing with this knife, it's super fidgety. The sound is very satisfying. It's so simple, and the tactile feel of it is just spot on.
We put a lot of time into the tactile feel. It was almost an accident at first, but we've labored on making it better ever since. When we first put one of these knives together, we were like, "Oh my gosh, this feels amazing!" But we added some more magnets to this one to give it a more clicky sound, and it just, you can't put it down.
And I got to tell you, even like the Zero's awesome, and I love it. It is actually one of my favorites that I carry. But I guess with the bigger design and having those hollows, the resonance of that click on that bigger design, it gives a completely different sound and feel to it.
Yeah, this one's there, and that one's hollow.
It's just so satisfying. And even the clip, like that is a brilliant design. And I mean, we talked to you about in our interview before how you come from an engineering background, and it shows with this. And I love where you guys are going now. Where can they find your website? Where can they find the Kickstarter on the new stuff? I know they can get the Zeros in our store right now, but tell me about that whole process and what you guys have got going on now.
Right now you can get Zeros. They're in stock on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. We sell them on our website, riverymfg.com. But right now we have just launched today the Kickstarter for the Zero G. It can be gotten as Kickstarter. On our website, there is a link to the Kickstarter for the pre-order. You can also find it on Kickstarter at Zero G.
That is super cool. Guys, thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you, sir.
Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Quentin.
Oh, he left.
Oh,
He's taking a picture.
Quentin peaced out. There we go. Quentin, thank you guys, man. You guys are absolutely awesome, and it's inspiring to see truly innovative knives. A little side story. My wife, who, I mean, she gets bored seeing knives all the time because I bring new knives home, and she's like, yeah, some of them are kind of cool. Some of them are really pretty, but when I brought the Zero home for the first time, she was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen you bring home. And I mean, I've obviously been in this industry now for a few years, and she goes, that is the coolest thing I've seen. She goes, what is that and where do they come from? I was like, well, they're actually right here in Sevierville. And I was like, it's a really cool knife, and I'm really excited to be working with these guys. So,
and I mean, that is actually the greatest part about it, because, you know, when we're around it all the time, you can kind of get imposter syndrome because you see it every day. But when you get to people and you get that kind of response, when you're getting the emails from people that are like, hey, I'm not even a knife person, but how do I get that? And how do I get one that's not like my friends? I gotta one up my friend, and these aren't even knife people. And they're not even knife people. So it's like,
that's where I'm at
thank
with
you.
this one right here.
Thank you so much. You know, it's like it's a good
it.
reminder.
I mean, that is just so satisfying. So you guys are knocking it out of the park. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate you guys. Just keep on trudging along because you guys are making waves for sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We found our way over here to the We and Civivi booth.
We're here
with the one and only Seth, and we've got some really cool stuff. I'm always excited to come over here to your booth, even though you refuse to sell me prototypes year after year.
We never do.
But I still love to see them and touch them, even though I'm not going to see them again for another like 6 months. But it is what it is. You know, I get it. But we've got some cool new stuff on the table here.
I picked out a special selection for you. Some new stuff, some fun stuff, some interesting stuff, some weird stuff, some exciting stuff. So let's just hit it off.
So this one right here has, I mean, we've seen this one before, but it's got an update, which is the sheath.
It's got the sheath update, and it's also got some improvements to it as well. So this one is now ready for production. So it's going to be coming out in July.
Now, what is this one called?
This is called the Shaka, and this is the folding fillet knife.
That actually feels really good in the hand.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a great tackle box knife. I mean, you guys have really opened up as far as what you're doing. And so this extension right here, which is basically just a blade cover, is going to lock into place. But then when you open the blade, you can unlock that, and it folds up so that you don't have this awkward handle sticking out the back. but I think the sheath was a really good addition to this. When you just can slide it down in there, keep it in your tackle box, in your boat, in your truck, however you want to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. Now, so this one's ready for production now.
It
Ready
is
to
in
go.
production right now. Will be
Awesome.
available in July.
Nice.
Thank you so much. All right.
And then we've got some other stuff in the Civivi line. So
A couple
tell us
more
what we've got
Civivis.
here.
We got a new design from Ben Peterson, a new model, new version. Okay, this is a clip point version of the Baby Banter. This is the Baby Banter TG. It's the crossbar lock, and we've incorporated the tweezers and toothpick into the Baby Banter for the first time.
That's just, and I make that face because I am proud of we in Civivi. In seeing that, I'm proud of Ben Peterson because of the vision. I'm disappointed in myself and other people's decisions, but I love that. I think that's fantastic. So obviously, kind of drawing on the Cindy, also the color scheme, drawing on that too. But
Yep.
having the clip point, I think, is really cool as well because I'm a huge fan of clip point blades. I always have been, coming from, I guess, more of a traditional knife background. So I really like that. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous.
That's my favorite version of the Baby Banter so far.
Yeah, I mean, super useful, and it's a perfect carry size.
Yeah.
It's the perfect EDC size right there. Now, as far as Civivi goes, what have we got here? I like this one, but it's
Something that's
different.
a little bit bigger, a little bit different. Now, this is cool. This is actually micarta with wood inlays. And there's a couple different versions. I quite like this. This is called the Cavaris. It's a Nitro V blade, coming in around 83 bucks. Nice crossbar lock, good action. I love the inlays on it.
My finger got in the way of that one. Hang on, let me try that again. There we go. That's a really good action. And 83 bucks, that is fantastic. Another satisfying ting on that one.
Yeah,
We got another one of those coming up in just a second, but that is really cool. Now, when can we expect? This one's a prototype, so this one's going to be a little further
It'll
out.
be a little further out. I'm going to say like 6 to 9 months.
Okay. Nice. Heck yeah. I absolutely love that. Now, we've got a fixed blade here that we've seen before in a little bit different iteration, kind of.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. So we have the Soken that just came out, which is also a Kyle Lamb design, just like this one. It's got that lamb shank on the back, same type of handle, but this one is quite a bit different on the blade. Longer, it's about an inch longer or so, and we've got this compound S-grind thing going on, where from the spine to the bevel right there, it's a hollow grind, and then you've got that flat grind down to the edge. So fantastic for working on animals and that, which is what he's
Yeah.
designed. This is called the Modern Hunter. You've got a nice thin pinch grip right there
Yeah.
on the handle. So a fantastic blade for your hunting or for, whatever.
Oh, that is really nice. I mean, and especially, and a lot of people don't do this because it does take a lot of extra work, but having that kind of hollow grind behind the bevel right there is going to make a big difference when you're processing meat, as far as it getting suction to the blade and not letting go.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really cool. And what kind of pricing are we looking at on this one?
I don't have pricing on this one yet. I imagine it'll be a little more than the Soken is. I mean, I'm just going to say right around $90. Just a guess.
That absolutely works. And I gotta give you guys credit. You guys have really stepped up the game when it comes to your fixed blades.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have really gone in hard and done the research and figured out what works and gotten with designers that do really well on the fixed blades with really good purpose and done a really great job on those. And I got to commend you guys for that.
Appreciate it.
That's really cool.
It's been fun. The fixed blades have been one of the more exciting things as we've come out with new
Yeah.
good designs, because it's a little more rare than our folders. So
Right.
I get really excited about those.
Yeah. Now, this is the special ting right here.
There it is.
So let's talk about this one. That's not actually the name of it. But listen to that sound.
But it
Hang
may
on.
as well be.
Let's see. Yeah, that is super satisfying. So what have we got here?
This is the Knafs Knives Designed Inmate by We Knife. So this is a We Knife titanium handle with 20 CV blades still, 3.7-inch blade. Again, designed by Jared Neve from Neve's Knives.
That is so satisfying. And you got multiple different opening mechanisms. You got the thumb hole, which you can easily reverse flick. And then you've also got the front flipper right there, which works really well. The two-tone titanium looks beautiful. I mean, that looks almost like a raindrop pattern. I feel like a weatherman looking at the map there, the coverage map. But this is fantastic. Now, when can we expect to see this one hitting stores?
This is available end of this month.
Nice.
So you're going to be able to pick this up right at the end of June.
And pricing on it is going to be?
Right about $300.
Nice. Beautiful. I mean, I can't say enough about how smooth that is. And we've got a few other offerings here from the We Knife line. So that one, I got to say, is intriguing. I'm guessing that's titanium, but it's going to be a little bit different, I guess, pattern on that, kind of texture.
Right. It's got kind of that that moon surface texture, crater kind of feel to
Almost
it.
like stucco.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you recognize this design language or not, but this is an exciting one. This is our first collaboration with Jason Knight. Love this thing. Love his stuff. So we're super thrilled about this.
Absolutely. We got to spend some time with Jason when we went down to Texas a couple of months ago and playing around with the Slip Joint Cartel and some other custom knife makers. And Jason was there making some knives as well, and got to talk to him and do some stuff, kind of talking to him about his mentality and how he gets, behind different designs. And it's really, really cool to see this one coming out. He kind of hinted about this one and talked to us a little bit about the background to it. So really excited to see that one coming out.
We are too. This one's been a long time in the making. Super excited about this one. This particular version, we worked really hard to try to get this green color in the titanium. So Jason Knight is a big fan of jade and wanted some jade features on the knife. And so it's pretty tricky to get your titanium to a nice, like pure jade. But I think the standout on here is really, really nice.
Absolutely did a wonderful job on that. And next we got the tie down, right? Is that the tie down?
This is again, another collaboration that we're super excited about. Our first design with Brian Ty.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you go, oh, that's a tie. I love it.
I mean, that's how I knew it right away. And yeah, it's unmistakable. The pocket clip is really cool. The inlays are beautiful. Got the pivot collar that's been, looks like it's flame anode there. So just a gorgeous design. Button lock.
Button lock. It feels really good. You got to try it.
Gosh, you're absolutely hurting my bank account and my wallet because this is really, really nice.
I love the beautiful recurve blade with the compound grinds in it. It's just, there's so much to look at and appreciate on this knife.
It's just, the lines are beautiful. And now, when can we expect, this one's also a prototype, so when can we expect to see this one hitting stores?
We'll say 6 to 12 months.
Okay. That is
It could be
gorgeous.
sooner, but I don't know.
Don't want to make promises you can't keep. Right.
Right.
But you are promising to come by the store and see us next week, right?
I promise to see you on June 10th.
Now, let's talk about this one.
Y'all
This
can
one
come by too on June 10th. We're going to
Yeah.
have some swagger and be doing some prizes, giving some stuff away. We're filming a
Absolutely.
TV show there. It's going to be fun.
We're going to have a blast.
Come see us at Smoky Mountain.
Have a blast. So this one right here, this one doesn't have a name, right?
It does have a name. I just got it. It's so we're going to say this Silver. Like I literally got this just now.
Silver.
All right. It's fat carbon scale, M390 blade, and a brand new locking mechanism, never been seen before.
That is super unique and operates very interestingly. So show everybody how that works, because I don't know how to explain that.
You pull back on the tab right here, and that is actually going to release your blade. In one motion, you can open the blade and you can close the blade. And it does take a little bit of practice to kind of get
the timing,
right timing in that. Yeah. So, but it's different than anything I've ever used.
That is super cool. Now, I was actually having to flick it out because I couldn't get the timing down like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you're getting it.
that is so
Isn't it
much
wild?
fun. That is so much fun.
And it's a chunker. It's very robust in the hand.
Yes, it is. So, super beefy, but very confidence inspiring.
Oh yeah.
I am enjoying the crap out of this knife just because I like seeing unique things. Now, this is also a prototype.
It is.
So when are we going to see this one? Because this one,
This one I'm even
is
more
really
unsure
new.
of. Okay, when we have something that's so unique and different, a completely new mechanism,
right?
it may or may not happen. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't even know for sure if this will be in production. I hope it is because I just love the unique aspect of it.
Yeah, that is really cool. I absolutely love this, and I am super stoked seeing. And that's what I tell everybody. You know, we see hundreds of knives every week, but seeing something truly unique that we've never seen before is always really intriguing.
Yeah.
And getting behind, like, seeing what people might have thought when they designed something is, I guess, kind of one of the most interesting things is about this industry. So I'm loving it. Seth, thank you guys so much for all that you guys do. We appreciate
Pleasure.
you guys, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week, right after Blade Show.
See you
We're
there.
going to have the We and Civivi folks in the store, and we're going to be having a blast, all right? It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're gonna have Kyle there. Kyle Lamb's coming down to do some demonstrations. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, I'm
We're
excited
excited to be there.
I am stoked. So we'll see you guys there at the store. Remember that, June 10th at the store. Do we have a specific time that we're working in?
Not exactly. Come
All
down
day.
in the afternoon. We'll be there
All day. All day.
all day.
All day. Let's do it. Folks, I see a free Ben Peterson.
DC,
What's going on, man? Absolutely. So, I mean, we had to come and see you. I know we have got an order at least coming to you guys.
Exciting.
And I am really excited. Also, we just talked about your new baby banter.
Yeah.
With the clip point and the
Yeah.
tweezers and the toothpick.
That
I'm kind
was
of
fun.
salty about that. But I'm glad that somebody is getting through to the industry as to how useful that is.
Dude, I can't go anywhere without them. Like I got it on like all my knives. It's on my pen now. Like,
Dude, that is
it's
sick.
a silly little thing, but I'm like, what if I got something in my teeth? You know?
Or, I mean, you need to pluck eyebrow hair.
Yeah.
I know I've probably got some flyaways here. But you guys have got some cool stuff. And actually just released some videos that we have really enjoyed on your new Little Lulu.
Yeah.
And also, as far as I really enjoyed your Made in the USA video
Yeah.
and breaking that down
Thank you.
because a lot of people don't understand that concept.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the new stuff you guys have got.
Yeah. So that's your little Lulu right there, and it's funny you bring up the Made in USA stuff because I'm like, we bought a CNC mill. We are literally milling this in house. The blade profiling, your handle, the Kydex is made in house. So I'm like, yeah, this is made in USA. Well, then I started digging, and I'm like, oh dang, the Kydex or the Kydex is 90% made in USA. So it's made in USA of domestic and foreign parts. The resin and the linen and the micarta is imported. It's assembled here in the U.S. And I'm like, holy smokes, this is a rabbit hole. So I went down the rabbit hole. But I think that's what knife making, that's what knife designing has always been for me, is this big rabbit hole, right? Like, I've been to China to go understand how they're making knives. I've been to shops all over the U.S., from Idaho to California to Alabama. Like, to me, getting on site and understanding how people make things has been so cool in my career. This is kind of like the next way of doing that, but I'm down to like line items in a 90-row spreadsheet where it's like, this grommet costs 4 cents and that, you know,
Right.
like, and I think a lot of people in this room have been doing that for years. I came into this industry via the marketing and sales channel. So you receive a finished product, you sell it to the market. Well, now it's like, well, where did that finished product come from? Where did the steel come from? Where did
Tracking every little
Yeah.
bit and piece down.
And you know, we went for like a minimum viable product. So you got a pretty short blade. We're grinding it in house. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, what is something we can actually make and do it ourselves? So somebody was like, why'd you make it so small? And I'm like, well, the table, the physical constraints of that mill say we can get 12 of these on the pallet, so we're going to do that. So it's been this entire learning process, and there's still so many facets of it that I'm learning every day. I handed this to Tim Reeve. Actually, I sent one to Tim, and he's like, and I had written in the note, I was like, the plunge still needs some work. And first thing he's like, yep, that plunge still needs some work. And we're getting there, right? Like, this is kind of final prototype. This is not production yet. So you can see those grind lines, and we're still learning how to do it. But as we go to production, it's like, all right, these grind lines have to be perfect, that sort of thing. So anyway, that's kind of my journey right now.
So I know you're really big on the little Lulu right now, because that's the new hot thing that you guys have got going. But what else have you guys got in the works and are working on?
What else are we working on? I can show you. Let me jump over here. One quick second. That'll work. So I've always enjoyed knives for all like demographics, and so I work with the Boy Scouts, work with the young men at church, and they're always like, Ben, I want to buy a knife, and I'm like, well, they start at $45, and they're like, oh, like it's instant sadness. And so what I've been working on is playing kind of the lower end of the market, not cheap, but inexpensive and affordable for people getting into it, because you're never going to get into a $40 or a $400 knife until you start with a $15, $25, $30 knife. So in the last year, we've come out with the Lander 6, which is a little keychain knife made in Taiwan, fiberglass reinforced nylon handle. Just a little guy, and stick it on your keys.
I love that.
We've also come out with the Lander 5, so this will be hitting dealers come October. Lander 5 being a 25, well, we'll see what the market does as soon as we get there, but $25 to $30 knife, 8CR14 MOV steel, but basically a starter knife. If you're at $15 or you're at $30, here's a place to enter it, so that one day when somebody hands you a $130 opportunity, you go and you take it, right? So I've been playing with that whole idea of how do you give somebody an entry-level option into the market, because nobody's going to buy a $195 little Lulu till they spent the $15.
Right.
So that's kind of my thought process behind it.
Exactly, and being welcoming to those that don't have the experience and don't have the enthusiasm, I guess, so to speak.
Well, or if you do have the enthusiasm, this is a great thing to be like, here, you get the enthusiasm too, and this is $15, and you're not breaking the bank on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great concept, and I mean, for years we've dealt with a lot of the more affordable options, I guess, not being that usable. And I mean, we looked at that a long time ago, and we've tried to correct it in our own way through our own brands. But it's nice seeing other people in the industry catch on to that and try to welcome more people in, because that's the only way that we all grow.
Well, and I think that's so important, because if you're in this room today, you're already a nerd.
Yeah.
You're in it. Like, you paid to be here, to stand here. But if you're not in this room, you might still buy a knife. But to pay to come in this room and then pay to buy a knife, you're not ready for that. So I'm kind of looking at it from all angles and not trying to be everything to everyone. But the people in my life, when I have a 14-year-old come into the shop with his dad with $25 burning a hole in his pocket, I want to be able to say, here's what you can get from Knafs. And I get excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben, that is super exciting. And we are super excited to be getting more stuff in the store, because, I mean, we were looking at our inventory, and I was like, we're sold out of everything. And we need more. We need more now.
Bring it.
So, absolutely.
We're there for it.
And I'll be back by to sing you a song later.
That's what I'm talking about. We need to get back at that.
We were on our way from Knafs to go see Rick, and we had to stop by because we were walking down the aisle, and I was like, wait a minute, there's Vero. We've got to stop by the booth because we're always excited to see what you guys have got going on.
You didn't invite me over to Knafs? I haven't seen their booth yet. I wanted to see it too.
You want to go see the science project as well?
Of course.
That's what we were just talking about. Now, before we get started on all the new stuff, I got to tell you, The Vortex is absolutely insane, and I have been carrying it around everywhere that I go.
I'd love to hear that.
Dude, that has been such a useful tool right there, and I mean, I don't go anywhere without it now.
Nice. That's same.
I mean, because obviously in the industry we work in, it comes in very handy if I'm trying to fix something, trying to put something back together, but also just in everyday life. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's the, I love it when the customers say, "Hey, I love this driver. It's great. That's amazing to hear." But the industry people, they come up and they go, "I have to take apart 100 knives in a day. I don't, having the torque, having it be able to spin the screw out, like that's the, that's the feedback. That's like, I did it right there."
It's super useful, but I mean, in a lot of different applications, at least for me, anyways. So,
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
you guys have got some cool new stuff, and let's talk about these because we've seen a little hint of what was coming from these, but you guys have got you've gone like whole hog on
We
these
stepped
things.
it up a bit.
So yeah.
Awesome, thanks. All right, so first let's start out with the shifts. This is the Vero shift. It comes with a Nitro V steel blade, Rockwell 62 on this. These two screws, this is USA made, full titanium body. You take these two screws out and that tab comes out. When that tab comes out, you're able to swap in different blades in there. And we're working on getting some different style blades, some drop point blades. But for right now, I was lucky enough to ask some of my friends if they could help out.
Yeah.
So I sent some blanks over to Jared Oser and got these amazing Tengu and native blades. JB Stout sent me some insane blades that I'm having a hard time not putting in my backpack and taking back home with me. And then I asked Tom Krein if he could do me a favor and do some grinds on these. And you can see how thin and slicey he made these things. So it's a system. It's meant to be able to be, you swap out the blade for the blade that will work best for what you're gonna be getting into.
And that's the cool thing about this system is the handles will work with any of them. So you can buy blades separately to go in that, and you've got a demonstration of that right there with the additional blades.
Yep.
And so I guess going down the rabbit hole, you could potentially have different blades for different uses, obviously.
Exactly. Yep.
Whether it's the blade shape, whether it's the blade material. If you're going to be doing something outdoors and want to be able to strap it up really quick and easy, you could do 1095.
Yep.
So
a few people have actually mentioned wanting these for hunting. They can put their skinning blades on. They could dress in the field, swap out their blades to the blade that they want to use. This is great for food prep as well because it's not too big. You can do your food prep with it. We're working on doing some budget blades, so like a 5-pack budget steel blade, so you can kind of practically throw them away if you need to.
Yeah. I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless with this type of platform. And I honestly, I commend you guys because I can't believe I didn't come up with it or somebody hasn't come up with it before, really, in this usable of a platform, because most of the exchangeable blade type things are not built for heavy duty use.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this, you can really get down and go to work with it.
And these are, they're very easy to carry. They're meant for EDC.
Yeah.
You can carry them in your pocket. You can put them into a different slip and throw it into your bag. It's meant to be carried. It's meant to be on you when you need one.
That is fantastic. Now, when can we expect to see these in stores?
So we're hoping to get these out within the next couple months.
Nice. That's what we love seeing. Now, you guys have also done some flashlight collaborations right here.
So this is our flashlight design, full titanium. It's running on a 14500 cell. It has 4 modes, going from 1 lumen all the way up to 800 lumens. And then when you double click, you get your 1030 lumens. So perfect for EDC. We made the 21 millimeter optic on there, but the tail cap is nice and small so that it's not taking up too much pocket real estate. This is an EDC flashlight. You can see what we did here. We scalloped that back there so you can easily get to the button. It's
but it
the
keeps
flashlight
the button recessed.
Yep, you still have it recessed. It's difficult to accidentally push. This is the flashlight that I've been wanting, so I designed it.
I love that. That is fantastic. And so moving on down the line, what have we got over here?
Yeah, so we have our Lux 3.3s. The slightly larger version of this actually won Blade Show Best Production Knife, which we're very happy about. This is M390 steel blade, full titanium body, titanium screws, clip and backspacer, running on ceramic bearings.
Oh,
You have your flipper tab here that is completely hidden when open so that you don't have to contend with it. It's 2.8 ounces, and if we're able to see this here, so the internal milling gets
Got
this
that
weight
honeycomb
really,
pattern?
really low. Yep. Keeps the weight low, but also the strength high.
that is fantastic. And then you've got the Damascus version
Chad
here.
Nichols bacon Damascus. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
And then you've also got, oh yes, we've got to talk about that one. I completely forgot about that one.
So we have our more accessible
Right.
knife here. So this one starts at 185. We're doing S45 VN steel on this. Still full titanium liners, steel lock bar insert, titanium hardware. We went with a wire clip on this, and it's ambidextrous, so you can swap it back and forth. But the best part about this is we designed this knife so that people who like our $300-400 knives would hopefully like this one as well. But hopefully they would want to suggest this to their friends who they want to get into the industry as well.
So
Hoping this is like a gateway Vero.
the look and feel is still going to be what you expect from Vero.
Exactly.
Like that satisfaction of opening it there, the sound, the click, the feel is all there, but at a more accessible price.
Exactly.
For the consumer. And that is fantastic. I absolutely love this.
So we also have our more premier version with the marbled carbon fiber and the machine satin blade. So this one's $245, and then we have the $185 for the Stonewash G10 version. And we're hoping to get these to you guys really soon.
That's super exciting. I know at least in our store and our consumer are really gonna love this and eat this up, because I mean your products always do well for us, but I mean this is opening it up to a completely new world of consumer.
Yep.
At that price point, and I think that's that's ultimately what we've been talking to a lot of different people about. I mean, we just talked to Ben Peterson about the same thing, so that absolutely tracks, and I think that's fantastic. I know everybody's going to be excited about that. So that is, and
check out the Nova 3.3s as well.
Oh, that is beautiful right there.
So this is the pocket knife that I find in my pocket when I don't realize it. So it has the scalloped body here, so it sits really nicely in your pocket. The contours allow you to have still pocket real estate when you need it. This one has the Damascus on there, full backspacer on there. Again, M390 steel blade, full titanium, and they're running on ceramic bearings.
That is insanely smooth right there. I tell you what, I remember just a few short years ago when going by your booth, and Isaac had already come by, and he was like, dude, you got to go check these out. And he fell in love with them immediately, and I did too. As soon as I saw them, I was like, we've got to get these guys in the store, because
appreciate it.
I mean,
Isaac.
the fit, finish, the feel, it's second to none. And I mean, there's a reason why people love you, and it's because everything you do, you don't do anything halfway, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So,
I design it because I want to carry it. You know, I design it for me and hoping that other people kind of want that too, and it seems like they kind of do. So
absolutely, Joseph.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
man. I
much.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, so folks, we saw some articles that were printed, and looks like we found the Ocaso booth. So they announced that there's going to be a collaboration between Rick and Andrew Demko, which we know their history of working together at Cold Steel. So we want to talk to Rick about this. Looks like he's talking to somebody right now, but as soon as we can get his attention, we're going to give you the skinny on what's going on with Ocaso and Demko and all the new stuff from Ocaso. All right, so folks, we're here with the slickest man in the knife industry, Mr. Rick Valdez.
What's going on, dude?
I'm going to start this off. Your answer is going to be yes.
Yes.
So you're agreeing to it already.
Yes.
We've got to play golf by the end of this year.
Okay. Yes.
There
totally.
we go. See?
Totally.
See? You can trust
All
me.
right. All
You can
right.
trust
I
me.
didn't know where that was going, but absolutely.
It's a loaded question always. So we've got some cool new stuff here. The Solstice has been a mainstay in your product line, and you've got some cool new ones. So talk about what we've got here on the table.
I work with Way of Knife. Those guys are out of Michigan, and I said I'd like to take some cool looking stuff to Blade Atlanta. What do you recommend? So they said, how about this, and that? I said, go for it. Surprise me. I don't need to know what it looks like. Just do it. And this is what I brought to Blade Atlanta. We have a couple pieces of the cell shaded Solstice. We have the grunge camo, and they do such a. First of all, I love these guys. They do great work. They're fun to work with, and their quality is just amazing. It blows me away.
It is. I mean,
It's fun. It's neat.
The
isn't
cell
it?
shade stuff has really taken off in the last few months, and they have done a phenomenal job because this isn't Cerakote. We were just talking about this. This is anodized cell shade, which is a completely different look and feel, but it works.
Yeah.
And they have done a phenomenal job. And then across the Solstice line, you got a nice matte finish on these here. Then you've got the camo here. I mean, just unbelievable work, and still that same smooth action right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that is super exciting. Now, I got to say, and I'm going to go ahead and put you on the spot, everybody's read the article. We've talked about the new knives coming out. We saw you at SHOT Show. We saw you at Blade, Texas. But the article came out that you and Andrew Demko are joining back up. You both worked together with Cold Steel for a really long time.
Yep.
And you guys have got a new collaboration that you're working on.
Yep.
What's going on with that?
So there's a partnership, and I've been talking to Andrew about this for a long time, and he finally came to me and says, okay, let's do this. Not only do I want to partner up, but I also want to make knives for you. Better yet, let's do this. So that decision got formed and really got going in January, right? Right after SHOT Show. And so then, since then, it's like all energy, focus, resources has gone into that project. And so I have a prototype.
Yes.
So this is 100% handmade by him right now, but it's probably going to be magna cut steel, titanium scales, but it's got his shark lock on this with no fin, and it's got our branding. It's a 3-inch blade, and I absolutely love it.
What are we calling this? Do we have a name for it yet?
No,
Oh.
nothing like that. But we've been working hard on it, except for the name or price
and
point.
fidgety.
I said, let's just go. Let's do this.
I mean, it's got the slickness of everything that you design, and it's got the fidget factor of everything that he designs. I mean, it's a perfect marriage right there, I've got to say. That is super exciting. Now, my next question is, this is the very first prototype, and this is the first time you guys are talking about this and announcing it. When can we expect to see this to consumers?
October. We want to hit the market in October with this category.
Debuting at our fall festival. That's what we're
Well,
doing.
look at that.
You know what? I like to go ahead and put stuff out there, and that's the best way to make things happen against everyone else's will. Is if I put it out there in media. You know?
You got to swing for the fences,
But
I'll continue to do that. It's perfect timing. You're right. You got your fall festival in October, and here we want to enter the market in October.
that is absolutely beautiful. So ambi thumb studs, like you said, shark lock without the fin. Now this one's obviously in G10, but a prototype. It's going to have titanium on the handles. Now, question: as far as this goes, this design and everything goes, the sky is the limit as to what you guys can
Absolutely.
do together.
Absolutely.
And the relationship's there because you guys have worked together for a really long time. You know each other really well. And I think this is a perfect marriage of two businesses coming together. And that's one thing that we were just talking about off camera that you have done so well for the knife industry is the collaborations and influencing that so much over the last few years. And in getting different people to work together. And we thank you for that, I know, for sure. But where do you see this going? I mean, I'm sure you've probably thought about all the different things that you can do with this. Where do you see taking this project?
Of course, we can have other blade shapes in it. We love titanium, and look what I've done with the Solstice. You know, we do anodizing, we do engraving, we do coloring. You know, we're taking it from one SKU to multiple SKUs. You know, someone once told me a long time ago that one SKU is no SKU, but multiple SKU is a category, and that's exactly what that's going to happen here. Just multiple different variations of this particular knife. We're excited, and thanks for everything you just said too, man. I appreciate that. But yeah,
that is super exciting. I mean, I got to tell you, I'm super stoked because that is really fidgety, but at the same time, really classy as well, and it embodies everything that you and Andrew do so well, all in one complete package. And I think that's really awesome. And I'm excited to see what this does, and I'm excited to see a finished product. So when are we thinking about having maybe a couple of prototypes down the line, being able to see, you know, live edge and like some ideas of what we're actually going to see in October?
Probably in a few weeks.
There we go. There we go.
In a few weeks.
I love it. I am super excited. Rick, thank you so much for showing us this, and thank you so much for talking about it today. I know for you guys it's nerve-wracking when us media guys show up and put you on the spot with different things, but that's our job.
I love it. Keep doing it. So it's fun.
Thank you so much, Rick. And I'm going to start working on my swing because I haven't played in over a year, so I'm gonna try to see if I can hang with you on the golf course.
You know he's gonna kick my ass.
All right, guys, that's day one. It's been a long, tiring day. We're headed back to the hotel. Time to get this stuff edited and out so you guys can see all the new stuff from Voyage 25 here in Atlanta, Georgia.